So my brother has always wanted a German Shepherd puppy. Oh my god, he's gonna attack me. He's very vicious. Oh my god. So for Christmas, I got him a German Shepherd puppy. And he's also kind of mine in the sense that he's gonna be coming to work and being Phoebe's friend, since our elderly guy Moses died in the summer. So this is her new buddy, something similar energy level to match her. So I'm super matchy-matchy today, so I just wanted to flex the fact that I'm a fashion major. So we got the burgundy, I should say, burgundy toque, which for Americans, toque is a beanie. We call it a toque in Canada. So,
T-O-Q-U-E.
Yes, burgundy toque from Vencedora Equestrian, which is a new company that makes really nice high-end stuff. Perrin, don't steal my moment! Okay, so yeah, burgundy toque, burgundy boots, navy winter jacket,
tan and black,
burgundy Vencedora training jacket, navy vest, and gray.
Woo.
And then burgundy belt from Godo and Godo breeches.
Breeches.
Okay guys, puppies, it's time. I have to set all of my layers back up. It's not very cold here. It might not be snowing, but it's a very damp cold. So we have to bundle. Come on guys. The first and most important task of training is letting the dragons loose. Perrin is a German Shepherd puppy. And he is wee, so he's not very fast yet, and Phoebe's very fast. So this is a little unfair. But basically this is how we make sure he's tired and actually sleeps, because if he's not tired, he just screams. And when he's excited, he screams. And when he's sad, he screams. And when he can't catch Phoebe, he screams.
When he's scared, he screams.
Yep. He screams. So this is Vala. She's a Canadian warmblood mare that I have in for training for a client. She's pretty cute and she's for sale if anyone's interested. She's 16 years old, really sound, has recently gotten introduced to jumping after being a dressage horse for many years, and she is super scopy and brave. So she's gonna make a really cool horse for like a junior amateur that wants something to go in and start showing right away. So this particular ride with Vala was mostly about getting video to use for her ad, as well as some video stills to send to interested parties. So most of this was just about getting her warmed up to be able to school her over fences to use the jump video for her ad. At some point we will also be hauling her out off property to do some coursework in a bigger arena that has a full course set up, but for this particular time we were just doing some grid work as well as some other single fences, because our arena is smaller, so we can't really set up a real course in it because it just gets way too tight through the turns and whatnot. So all of the courses or grids I set are quite a bit smaller in respect to the size of the arena. Vala is newer to jumping. She was a dressage horse for much of her life and did some jumping on and off, but hasn't seriously done it as a discipline. But we're now introducing her to it more, and we are going to market her as a jumper as well as a dressage horse, to market her towards event riders as well as people who might be interested in doing one or all disciplines. She's very versatile and really quite point and shoot to fences. I like working grids quite often with Vala because we're working on getting her to pick up her shoulders a little bit more. She has a really round jump and really cracks her back over fences, and all in all is a really careful jumper. I just want to see her front end get a little tighter and have her shoulders be up more over fences because she has a tendency to drop her shoulder a little bit. but as I said, she hasn't been jumping much until recently, so a lot of this is just going to come with fitness and as she gets more practice. So yeah, we like to use dry days with decent lighting to our advantage to get videos and photos of the sales horses to use to send to people who are interested in looking at them. So for anyone that might be interested in Vala, she's located in BC, Canada, in Langley, and she is listed in the lower 5 figures. She'd be a phenomenal horse for someone who wants to get into the show ring on something that is reliable and quite safe. Before she came to me, she was predominantly showing in dressage and schooled up to 3rd level, and was also the horse for a para rider. So she's been around the block and she knows her stuff. The next horse we're doing today is Rosie, who is a 7-year-old standardbred mare from Greener Pastures, and she's available for adoption. And she's really cute and fancy, so 10 out of 10 recommend. Perrin agrees. Yes, good girl, Rosie. You're so nice to puppies, unlike Milo. She says, yes, even though I'm a mare, I'm less marish than Milo. The next ride is Rosie. She's a 7-year-old standardbred mare that is from Greener Pastures Standardbred Society, which is a rescue center that predominantly works with standardbreds to rehome them after their lives on the racetrack. So I'm helping them look for a new home for her. She's available for adoption in Langley, BC, and she is an absolutely phenomenal horse. I helped break her. I was the one that put the first 2 rides on her, and then she was at another barn through the fall and recently came here at the beginning of December. And we've been working on lots, developing a better canter, because for those of you who don't know, standardbreds are often worked in pacing hobbles, which deter them from picking up the canter. So rightfully so, sometimes asking them to canter confuses and/or stresses them out. So with her, I've done grids of pulls and little jumps to help get canter strides in between them, because I noticed that she picks up a canter stride when she's free jumping. So I used this to my advantage and gave her a voice cue on the ground when I was lunging her for the canter, and then threw out poles when I was riding her. And she started to offer more canter without the stress of feeling like she's going to get in trouble or discouraged from doing so, like she did for so many years while she was racing. This fabulous little mare jumps, she goes for trail rides, she's a beautiful mover and would be a great dressage horse, and she's gonna be a fantastic horse for someone. I can't believe she's still available for adoption. I highly recommend checking her out if you're looking for a very affordable, really nice horse to develop as a show horse or pleasure horse. Oops, I did it again. I'm matching again, except for my socks. Heck yeah. Oops, I did it again. So I don't know if you can really see with his winter coat, but he's starting to get dapples right in here. Yay, cranky boy. George says I hang out too. George is still kind of just on time off. I've lunched him a few times and done some groundwork, but the weather's been really rainy and kind of on and off, so I'm focusing on my like Milo and the ones that are more important, and he's just gonna wait until the weather gets better. Little puppy. Hi, little puppy. Huh?
Milo's sniffing his big bear.
Hi, Piran. Are you peeing? So this is Milo's dressage setup. I just started him in a new bit for dressage. It's a Myler loose ring snaffle, one of the level 1 bits. I'll find out the exact name and I can link it in the description. He's a little tired today, by the looks of it. So next up is Milo, and this is a pretty typical dressage ride for us where we're just working on consistency and his elasticity and getting him to relax. Our warm-up for this dressage ride was quite a bit longer because he was quite distracted and just up and down in the bridle and not really focusing. He was looking around at my dog outside the arena quite a lot, and I'm sure you'll notice him looking around for her lots as he hopes to see her so he can attack her. For those of you who don't know, Milo hates most small animals, including dogs. He either makes it a fun game to go after them or just genuinely is completely really pissed by their presence in His Highness's view. As Milo relaxes and starts to push from behind and use his back more, you'll notice that his stride tends to extend and get more flowy. Our ride finished with some really consistent work and better softness, and then at the very end of it I tried to get a couple of steps of half pass, which is something that we're both quite new to. It's something that I'm learning kind of alongside Milo. I've only had the chance to ride the movement on more experienced horses a couple times, so I'm still getting used to the feeling and where to put my body to ask for it properly, and Milo does not know the movement yet. We're kind of just putting it together and he's starting to figure it out, and he'll offer a step of it here or there, but it's obviously not very consistent at all yet. And in this ride I was actually using the video to see whether or not we got it. So I go back through the footage and kind of see where my body is and where his is, and learn from that when I'm not with my trainer, to have him teach me and tell me what I'm doing wrong from the ground. So the videos are really important for that.
Percy and Banksy.
Oh, have we been running?
Yes. His chest is so wide, like he's built like a brick shit house.
Have we been running, my man?
Banksy is 13-1 now.
What up, Banks? What?
And he give kiss. Oh, Bubba's also. So we also found another marking on Banksy, which we might not be able to see in here. But he actually does, in fact, have a belly spot right by his belly button. And yes, horses do have belly buttons because they have umbilical cords. Any animal with an umbilical cord has a belly button. But yeah, you can see it kind of right there. Good job! So, Banksy spends 99.9% of his time just playing with Percy in the field.
No, and then the rest of the time we ride him.
Yeah, we ride him a lot. He's like, stop. He's so big. He's like, what are you doing? Banksy, you ready to be ridden at 7 months old? He says, Neo. He's like, what are you doing?
Pickle!
Remember when he hated when he...
You know, if I made the kissing noise, he would pin his ears at me. We have to do like a video, like a side-by-side of when I used to do that, and he gets so mad at me. Because now he likes kisses. Or he very at least tolerates them. He doesn't mind. Right? He says, I'm a good little pickle.
He says, I'm so big.
He says, I also so dirty.
You want to wear a hat?
Aww. Are you a Vencedora spokes horsey? Yeah, you put it on your little head. Oh, my man. Oh, my man, you are so good. Are you the best foal in all the land? You are the best baby. That was pretty cute, Banksy.
Boy.
That's pretty cute.
The lane to the back in Petite because the... Ooh, he's being pretty. Ooh, you chonker. And if anyone in this YouTube video calls him fat, just know that the vet said he's beautiful and perfect yesterday. So, screw you. Actually, it was Friday.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
They said he's an amazing, beautiful, perfect boy, and you're the best. It is a lie.
They did say when we asked about is he too overweight, and then he felt his belly went, and then Steve's exact words and the tone, oh no.
He make friend? Ooh, who is that?
Stallion.
Yeah, if he gets a boner, that's how we know he's feeling his hormones.
He's a baby, so he'll get a poner.
A boner. In a probe. She's more interested in him than he is in her. Aw, so handsome. He says I go for a walk. He goes for walkies.
Good boy.
It's very cute.